Good morning, SaveWithCrypto here. Okay, so just looking at the CME chart here for Bitcoin, and you can see that the CME chart, that's the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, they closed Friday night at 85,250, I think it was, just there, and then it reopened on Sunday up here, and then this morning it came down quite a bit in a sort of wick. It wasn't big enough though to actually close that gap. Now, if you don't know what tends to happen with the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, because they trade Bitcoin, but they only trade it Monday to Friday, or rather late Sunday night until Friday night. But what tends to happen is if the price pumps over the weekend, it leaves this kind of gap, and for some unknown reason, it tends to get filled in the following week. Now, it's generally been about Tuesday or Wednesday that it's filled back in. So at the moment, we haven't seen the price come down that far yet. So we really need to see it come back down, to this sort of 85, 250 kind of level. So at the moment, we're just sort of meandering around. Nothing special really, but I am expecting a kind of dump into the CME gap and then go upwards after. Now, why upwards after? Well, that's because using our indicator, which is called Quadzilla, let's just show you that. We've seen some fairly interesting things, or actually very interesting things, on the larger time frames. So, for example, towards the end of last week, I was looking at it on the 12-hour time frame, and we were starting to see these green backgrounds here in the momentum oscillator. That means that the sellers are getting exhausted and the buyers are starting to step in. Now, I've just switched over here to the index chart because the CME chart doesn't have as much data as this one, so this will give a more accurate picture. So on the daily chart, we were starting to see these green backgrounds appearing, which is a pretty good sign that the price might turn around soon. So for anybody who was with me on Saturday night on the live stream, you'll see that I was looking at the 2-day time frame, which was starting to look pretty interesting, because what we actually got here was we got the green 2-day background here on Friday. We also got one that finished last night as well. Now, when it finished, we also had this little green arrow, this super up, which is a really good sign that, things are going to probably turn around. And I did say that what I'll be looking for next is something like a green background on the 3-day time frame. And if we look at that, this is quite incredible, because if we look back in time, and this is the entire index of Bitcoin, you look back and you can see that the last one of those we had was November 2022 and September 2022, and before that 7th of October 2019, and then before that December 2018, November 2018, August 2018, and then before that we're right back to 2014 when the price of Bitcoin was about $427. And in fact, the first one of these appeared in October 2011 when the price of Bitcoin was about $3. So these are rather important. Now, of course, the current one hasn't closed yet because the candle still has 2 days and 15 hours left to run. Nevertheless, the current candle so far has increased in value by about 3.21%. And if we look at some of the previous ones, like the last one, for example, that candle was actually about a 5% candle, which obviously then set the tone for the increase up to all-time high. This one before, the actual 3-day candle, was like a 16% candle, followed by another one that took it up to 20%. So what we really want to see is this 3-day candle to finish green and strong, which under normal circumstances I would say is pretty likely. The only thing is we do have that CME gap, you see, so could this candle end up having like a big wick to the downside but still ending up green? That's possible. Or it's possible that the price might come down today or tomorrow, negate this green background here, and then we start over again with a new 3-day candle on Wednesday night, and that's a possibility as well. So yeah, it's pretty knife edge actually. I still think we are near a bottom. Now, of course, Quadzilla does have this retracement level here right down at like 59k, which is also possible. But at the moment, I'm just not seeing it because of these 3-day green backgrounds. So what other possibilities are there? Well, maybe what we'll do is we'll actually go up here, first of all, and go up to this bearish retracement level here. And then we'll come back down and fill the CME gap. That would be quite cool, wouldn't it? Now, it is fair to say if we do that, that would give a lower high here, wouldn't it? That'd be a lower high compared to that one there, etc. So that would still be in a bearish trend, but with something like a 5 or 6% rally meanwhile. That's a possibility as well. And that would take us up to about 91k. Now, I did quite like the thumbnail that Maff has done for the live stream that we're doing today at 12 o'clock UTC. So do come along to that if you can. And it's saying expect the unexpected. I think that is the case, isn't it, really? So this is pretty soon. This is probably in about an hour's time from when you're watching this. So do come along at midday. That's 12 o'clock UTC, Monday, the 24th of November, 2025. And we'll be here every weekday at the same time to discuss all this. And it is coming up to Black Friday, and we do have a Black Friday offer on Quadzilla. This is the best offer you're ever going to get. Watch this. The Quadzilla Black Friday sale is now live, and it's live until the end of November. This gives you a massive 40% discount on the annual fee. This means if you're paying in dollars, you're getting it for $49 a month. If you're paying in euros, it's 42 euros a month. And if you're paying in pounds, it's just £36 a month. This gives you full access to this amazing indicator and also full access to our Discord community. And this is where you can get trading ideas, discuss your trading ideas, ask questions. And remember, the only stupid question is the one you don't ask. We have this winning trade section here, which has some phenomenal wins like 73%, 24%, 114%, 47%, 20%. They keep going on. Some of the wins here are absolutely phenomenal. People are making lots of money in our Discord community. So if you want to become a profitable trader and you want to make your next trade profitable, head over to savewithcrypto.org/QZ. We'll see you over there. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you there at midday. All right. Trade safely. I would say at the moment, unless you're in a trade already, probably sit on the sidelines for a little bit. Not financial advice, of course. None of this is financial advice. But I really don't quite know which way the market is going to go. I think overall we're going to go up in the next week or so. But I don't know if there's going to be some downside. First of all, okay, so trade safe. Any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Please do give the video a great big fat like while you're down there. Make sure you are subscribed, make sure you got the notifications set to all, and above all, tell your friends.